everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Camelia from Calcedonia Sewing, and if you are new on my channel, on this channel I'm sharing with you my sewing projects. I'm sharing sewing tutorials, pattern reviews and all kinds of sewing related stuff. So if you are here new and you did not subscribe yet to my channel, please consider subscribing. That will help me grow my channel, and like this I know that people are enjoying my content. So thank you so much for considering subscribing. So let's get started with this video. So today I want to share with you just 4 projects. 2 of them are made actually the week before, I think, but I could not share anything last week because I did get an infection with COVID, and I think it's 10 days ago, something like that, 2 weeks ago, and I was for a few days I was completely out of order. There was no way I could take a picture of myself, and but I did get some sewing done during those sick days. And actually this top I tried to sew it when I was sick, and I will tell you in a minute that didn't went really well. So the first projects that I finished and I want to share with you are these 2 tops. I'm going to put some pictures of this one here somewhere. These are made with the latest PDF pattern from Sew Over It. I am a pattern insider for Sew Over It, so before they are putting their patterns out, I get the chance to choose if I want to make the pattern, of course together with other great ladies. So we can choose if we want to make the pattern in advance, so the public can see at the release date the same pattern on different kind of bodies, and of course a variety of fabrics. So I chose to make the ultimate t-shirt. This pattern has 3 options for the neckline: a V neckline, this is a scoop neck, and a crew neckline, so a little bit higher here. And I chose to make the scoop neck and the V-neck, obviously. The pattern is made for knit fabrics, of course, and they do say that you can make it in cotton jersey or in rayon jersey, and this one is even made in a soft sweater knit. But of course I think it's of course the drape of the fabric is going to affect the fit a lot. So I think making a crew neckline in a rayon jersey is going to be a little bit lower than in a cotton jersey, that it's not so draping. So this is of course obviously is a t-shirt with a short sleeve, and I wanted a long sleeve, but I had only 1 meter of fabric and it was just enough to make the t-shirt, and it's made in my usual size 12. In this one I always do that. In their knit patterns I'm thinking that I'm more of 14 at the bust, following the size chart. But so I traced the 12 for the whole of the body, and only by the bust I traced a little bit between lines to a 14. And I sew it, I made it, and then I realized that I did have a little bit of fluffiness here at the underarm, so in the end it's a 12 size, it's a straight 12, and I think the fit is really nice actually. One thing I did change in advance before even sewing my first t-shirt was to make a sway back adjustment to give me, because can you imagine if I had here maybe, what did I take out, 1.5 centimeters, so it would have been a little bit of fabric. Even now I don't think it's really perfect, but I know it's a t-shirt, it's a sweater, it needs to be comfortable, and it's okay. So this is a rayon jersey with a scoop neck line. I chose to use my cover stitch machine to top stitch down the seam allowance on this scoop neckline. I just want to say that I think until when did I buy my sewing machines? I don't even know, 2 years ago? 1 year ago, 2 years ago, I changed my cover stitch machine from, I used to have a Jeanne 1000 CPX, I think, and the new Baby Lock Euphoria came out, and I was thinking I really wanted a baby lock cover stitch. So I can only say that this machine is so nice. I mean, I want to use it every time. In the past I did have that cover stitch machine, and it was really a struggle, but also that I must say that through the end, before I switched to the baby lock, actually I used it pretty much, because one day I said, you know, I need to sit down and to see why this machine is doing so strange, skipping stitches and all kind of stuff. And if you are on the internet, of course, and you try to see and to do with your machine what other people are doing with their machines, with me it's never working. I always get other kind of mistakes and stuff like that. So I tried with that machine to make it work with really my own settings, and in the end it had really I had to have the looper on a really high setting to make it work, and I adjusted also the presser foot tension, and it worked really well. I almost felt sorry to sell it, but you know, I really wanted the baby lock. But yeah, this baby lock is working really nice with all kind of fabrics without any changes and stuff, and for that I chose to top stitch the neckline, and also with the cover stitch machine, and also the hems are done with the cover stitch machine, so really fast. I did use for top stitching 2 different kind of threads in the needles, because I did not have to spools with the same color, but I think it's a fun detail. If you can see it, of course you cannot see it, probably. And yeah, it's a really fast project. And this is the V neckline. This one I made, as I said, when I was sick. I did my best to make it wrap here, because here you wrap these pieces over each other and then you stitch it a little bit to stay in place, and then you apply it on the neckline. But I took so much care to put it right over left, and in the end, of course, I had it left over right. I mean, I do that all the time. Every time when I'm trying to sew it right, I'm doing it wrong. But it's not bothering me so much, and I was really not feeling well to take it off, so it's going to stay like this. As I said, this is made in a sweater knit. I have it in 2 colors more. It's a fabric from Stoffer. The blue one is also from Stoffer. It was really not expensive. I think it was maybe €4 a meter, but it's really soft. And I have a turtleneck that I'm wearing for years, like I don't know, maybe 5-6 years or maybe longer, and it's still in really good condition from the same fabric. And I think that, I don't know, but this one is more recently bought. This fabric is not from 5 years ago, but similar fabric I have, and it's wearing really well also in the wash and the dryer, so I really like it. It's very soft also. Even this one is also the hems are made with the cover stitch machine in a really matching thread. It's really difficult to see. This pattern also has is extra long, so I think the original will be somewhere here, and they say, the girls from Solvery, they say that they made it longer for people that they want to put it in their pants or skirts, but I'm not wearing my tops like that, so I just chop off some of the length. I think maybe 5 centimeters on the blue one, and I think a little bit more on this one, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know anymore, but I just did that at the end after I tried it on and decided on the length. So this is the ultimate t-shirt. Oh, and for the sleeves they have 3 lengths. The long one, a 3/4 length. I did see a few pattern insiders with a 3/4 length, really nice, and the short sleeve like the blue one. I'm going to put some pictures here, you can see it better from the front and the back. Yes, so the ultimate t-shirt from Sew Over It got made 2 times. The next project that I want to share is a new pair of Jeanne pajamas. These are from Jalie, is the pattern 4016. I made this a lot of times for myself. I'm going to put some pictures here maybe, if I can find them, also for my daughter. What is great about the Jalie patterns is that they have, in one pattern you have all the sizes from little girls to adult women. I cannot remember exactly what is the size, the biggest size they have, but they do have now also plus sizes, but I don't know which sizes are available for this pattern. But this is a really great pattern, so it's really worth it my money, because this one is made for my sister, and the fabric is a really fun fabric. It has all kind of girls talking on the phone and stuff, and they are really fancy. And the fabric is from Van Reuverstoffen, I think is the name. Let me see if I have their card. I think here is this one. Yes, reuverstoffen.nl. I'm going to put a link here. It was really cheap, this one. I think it was €5 a meter or something like that, $5.99. But it's a really nice quality cotton jersey, and it has this really nice print. And because it's for my sister, and I have a little bit more also of this fabric to make a pair for my daughter. For my sister, I was thinking, you know, she's an adult woman, I'm not going to give her pink neckline. So I used some black ribbing for the band, for the neckband, and also for the cuffs. Also here on the pants, as you can see. And I made this pattern previously for her, so I knew her sizing. I kept the pattern. So this is really like, if you have the pattern ready, cutting is taking no time. I changed my blades in my rotary cutter. I really hate when they are not cutting well anymore. It's taking a lot of time. So sewing, it was done mostly with the serger, and I think only the seaming of the cuffs was done with the sewing machine. And also again here I top stitched the elastic with the cover stitch machine, just because it's working so nice. And as a nice little touch, I added here a really big label in the back, you know, to tell her which the back is. I mean, it could be smaller, but this head was just as big. So this is I'm always doing this also in the leggings for my daughter. I'm putting a piece of fabric to mark the back. Although I do have labels, I'm thinking that in a pajama or in a legging, something soft needs to have like a soft label. And for the I really love this. For finishing the neckband, I used the selvage of the fabric, which has a really nice print on it with girl talk and a pair of sunglasses, and designed for you by Poppy, and then some washing. I hope you can see it is really, really sweet. I have a tutorial here on my channel on how I'm doing this. It's really easy, but I think the effect is really nice. And this is also really easy to see the back from the front. So these are going to my sister. The hem is also done with the cover stitch machine. So this was the Jeanne pajama. I highly recommend this pattern for cotton jersey pajamas. And the last project that I made, it just finished yesterday, is the Taika blouse dress from Named Patterns. I'm going to put a link here to the full review of this pattern, but to walk you through, so this dress is from their latest collection, pattern release, the Taika blouse dress. And I did check up on Google. The Taika means magic in English, so I think it's a really sweet name. The fabric is from, it was gifted by Minerva. It's an Atelier Jupe rayon. It's really gorgeous. The pattern, the print is really nice, and the colors and the fall, and it sews really, really, really nice. I had no problems with stretch seams and stuff like that, or edges. It's well, I will also take care when I'm sewing this kind of fabrics not to stretch my seams and stay stitching and stuff. That's really important. But a few words about the dress. It's a really fun dress. It has here two the bodice is stopping here under the bust. You have some gathers, and then from here you have the skirt part. And the changes I made to this pattern were to make a narrow shoulder adjustment. I went with in the end with a size 40 for my bust, and I followed the instructions from my previous the previous video with making that macaws from palmer pledge with the palmer pledge method, with going with the size of the upper bust. I did that, and actually it worked really well because the shoulders were almost perfect. I took only 1 centimeter of the length, and even the bust, but I think the bust, it was really easy to fit here because all of these gathers, they are really giving a little bit of space, for errors. So I went with a size 40. I added a little bit here to my belly, and that's great about this pattern because it has all kind of seams, the princess seams here in the front and also in the back. So I added a little bit here for my belly, only just a little bit. And in the back is also really nice on this dress. I made a swayback adjustment. Again, in the other video you can see all the adjustments I made, or I'm explaining a bit more because it was really hanging here, and I just took just a little bit more on the princess seams here on the lower back because it was a little bit too full. This is a really nice pattern. The construction is really interesting. These button bands are getting sewn on the bodice, and then you can put your shoulders together. The shoulder line from the back is 1 centimeter longer because after you put the bands and you sew the shoulder seams, then you put your back facing, and you are finishing everything together. It's a really nice construction. Even the back is looking nice on this dress. And to finish the facing, I used the interfacing. I'm going to put a link here to a tutorial how I'm doing that, and that gives a really nice finished edge here, as you can see on the facing. On the instructions, of course, they say that you can serge that edge, but I think this is really beautiful like this. And for the rest, everything is serged. I did make a test garment for this by cutting the pattern pieces at the hip line, so that will be exactly here. And based on that, I made all these pattern changes, and I did realize that will make also a really nice blouse. One thing that I still need to make on this dress, I realized that I used covered buttons. I covered the buttons with the same fabric, but maybe because of the style of the button, the dress is getting just a little bit, it's not sitting really good closed. So I'm going to add between another buttonhole, and but I need to buy a few buttons more because I don't have enough to cover I think 8 or 9 buttons more. 8? No, I don't. I have only 4 buttons. So I need to buy a few buttons more to make here in between. I need to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. So 9 buttons. But so this is a dress. It's a really cool dress. You see here my pictures. I love it. I love wearing it, and this really it's very swishy and very nice. The sleeves, I'm surprised, but I really like them when I have the dress on. So yeah, only good things about the Taika dress from me. So these were the projects from this week. An ultimate t-shirt from Sew Over It, actually a t-shirt and a sweater. The Taika dress from Named Patterns, and Jeanne pajamas, so the Jalie 4016 for my sister. So if you like the video, please give me thumbs up, and I would love to hear what you are thinking and what are your thoughts about my projects. If you are not a subscriber, please consider subscribing. That will help me grow my channel, and if you put your notifications on, you'll definitely get a message when I put a new video on the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!